SEO writing for beginners. That's exactly what I'll be going over in this video. I'll be showing you step by step how to write for SEO, how to rank high on Google, and how to keep people engaged and sticking to your posts. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, you want to make sure you've done your keyword research. So all keyword research is finding search terms related to your particular business in a data-driven way. So this particular site is a fitness-related site, and the keyword I've gone for is best pre-workout without crashing, and I'll be optimizing for that. So first things first, you're going to want to keep your keyword as a H1 header. So a H1 header, if you're in WordPress, you just simply put it within the title, right? And you only want to keep one H1 header within each article, right? So just one title within one article. It doesn't make sense having multiple titles. So this is a H1 header. So if you go and inspect H1, here it is. Also, just make sure to check it by right-clicking and clicking inspect, and make sure it shows up as a H1 class, because what some themes do is they don't actually put it as a H1, instead they just increase the size of the text. Next up is you want to make sure you keep it within your Google title, or SEO title as it's commonly referred to. So this is what it looks like when you search for this keyword in Google. And as you can see, I've used it within the title best pre-workout without crashing. So in my experience, I found that the biggest ranking factor has been having your keyword within the Google title. Now, there's not one exact thing you can do to make your rank higher. It's mainly a cluster of things, but I found that this has the biggest impact. The next thing you want to do is have your keyword within the URL, or the slug as it's commonly referred to. And as you can see here, it says it right here, best pre-workout without crash. And next up is you want to put it within your meta description, but this doesn't really matter because Google usually pulls the description themselves, right? Your meta description that you've typed up doesn't really show up 99% of the time. So you want to include it once within your article, so best pre-workout without crashing. And I've gone ahead and bolded it as well. I didn't mean to bold that bit. I'll have to take that bit out. So just bold what you wanted. And I like to keep it at the top within the first 100 words, because it just lets Google know that this is what it's all about, right? And they are pretty smart. You don't always have to put it within your articles, but I like to, just to be extra sure. And some people like to include it at the top of the post, in the middle, and right at the very bottom. But I like to include it at least once in the article, and if it happens to show up more times within the article, then it happens to show up more times within the article. I just make it look natural, right? You don't want to start stuffing keywords in. So those are the places where you're going to want to place your keyword. Next up is you're going to want to make sure your site is loading quickly. And in my opinion, the biggest thing that slows down the website is the images. And what I like to do before I upload an image is go to compressjpeg.com, or you can go to compresspng.com if you have a PNG image. You can simply upload a file and click on this, and it's 187 kilobytes, and it's taken it down to 174, and you can adjust the quality. I found that when you adjust it to about 70, it doesn't lose any quality at all. So as you can see, it's 116, and it gives you a side-by-side comparison. This is the original, and this is the compressed version. And after it's done, you can download it, and this just helps compress the image file. You can also find a plugin which helps compress the code within your site, because your website's all code that Google's loading in, that the browser is loading in. And the more code you have, the longer it takes. So I'll actually include a plugin within the description, and this is going to help you with that. And it's going to help you minify the HTML and CSS. So next up is you want to remove the date, because this actually shows up within the search results within the SERPs that is showing you. And you can actually get a plugin for this. It's called Date Remover, and it just removes the date, because if they see, oh wow, this is published all the way in March 2019, it's going to set up a red flag, because it's not really relevant and you're going to miss out on clicks. and they might not even click through to the product or to whatever call to action you have, because they might think it's not relevant. So you're going to want to take this out. Next thing you're going to want to do is actually break up the text. You don't want big blocks of text coming up. You want to actually break it up and make sure you're serving the users in an easy manner. Make sure it's easy on the eye. You don't want to make it look like a textbook, so make sure you're breaking up the text, that you're including titles and images. Buttons can also help, and it just makes it a lot easier. You can even include a YouTube video, and to make people stay longer on the page, and that's what you're going to want to do. So that's exactly how you do it. That's exactly where you place the keywords, the how you adjust the site speed. I know it seems very simple. There's a lot you can do. However, in my opinion, from creating a lot of websites, images are going to slow down your site the most. Another thing you'd want to do is simply add internal linking. So you want to link out to other related posts. So as you can see here, best pre-workout for toning, best pre-workout drink for cardio, best pre-workout drink for teenagers. And yeah, I've just included it there. And this has come up with extra stuff. I'm actually going to remove this because I don't think it's relevant. I've already included it here. So yeah, I'm just going to remove this, and I believe it do it within the themes. Now, another thing you can do is actually use the tool to optimize your posts further. And what I've done is gone ahead and imported that post you've seen, and this is going to help me optimize it. So it pulls in the keyword that you want to rank for, so best pre-workout without crash, and it's actually going to compare it to the top 10 Google results and help you optimize for it. So as you can see, the average word count is 2,560, and my word count is only 1,400. So I definitely want to increase the word count. And it just, as you can see, it just shows you which sites it's pulled in. Now, you've also got a topic score here. So it's scoring your site or your article. And as you can see, I've done pretty damn well. I pretty much just maxed it out 100%. And the average article is topic score 72% according to this. And it just shows you which keywords or relevant keywords you should be inserting into your post. So like pre-workout, obviously I want to insert that because it's all about pre-workout supplements, blood flow, side effects, pumps, amino acid, energy level, and you want to insert these types of keywords into your post. So that's it for this tool. There's a lot more to it, like you can go to questions. You can see what people are asking in terms of people also ask in Quora, in Reddit. You can explore more in terms of the headers and the links and even more stats. So you can go into a lot more detail within this tool. I'll actually leave a link in the description below reviewing this tool so you know exactly how to use it. So that's how you write for SEO. So what I like to do is when I'm starting a post, I just like to write it naturally how I would and then optimize it later on. So after you've finished your post, after you finish writing it, make sure you've put in the relevant images, videos, make sure you've put in the headers, make sure you've gone ahead and break up the text, and make sure your keyword is in there at least once. So best pre-workout without crashing, and I've accidentally highlighted some, so I'll stop that from bolding. Then make sure to include your keyword within the H1 tag and within the Google title, and you can sprinkle it a few more times throughout your post. That's fine. I personally don't think there's any need because Google's more than intelligent enough to determine what your post is all about. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoy these types of videos about SEO and general marketing types of things, then make sure to subscribe because I'll be releasing one video related to marketing every week. I'll try to do 2 videos every week, but I'll make sure I'll get one out every single week. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.